Hey guys, Anthony here with Airstream at DFW. Today we're going to look at one of our Airstream touring coaches, a 2025 Interstate 24GL. It's on the Mercedes chassis. It is a turbo diesel engine, gets about 211 horsepower. It's all-wheel drive now. That's something new for, actually started last year for 2024. All of our Interstates now are all-wheel drive. Great for performing in the snow and in the rain. Let's take a look around the outside. One of the things you're going to see is that Airstream gets every option that Mercedes offers. So on the outside here, we're going to have a heated windshield, and that's not a defrost, it's an actual heated windshield, great for the cold. We've got the Parktronic sensors on the front, Alcoa Durabright rims. We use those on all of the touring coaches. They stay, you don't have to polish them, they stay looking good forever. It's really, really nice. On this side is going to be all of your water connections. One of the new things that Airstream started a couple of years ago is having a single connection for all of your water. So one single hose, you plug it in and you use a valve to determine whether it's using the city water or it's filling your freshwater tank. Makes things very, very convenient. Another thing that's pretty unique to the Airstream is going to be the way the tanks dump. A lot of these small vans will use a gravitational dump system. And the problem with that is because they sit low to the ground, if you're trying to drain your tanks, gravity may not play in your favor. With this, it is a full macerator pump system. Hose is permanently attached. We pull the hose out, we drop it in the dump station, and we use these two valves to pump and macerate all the waste out of your tanks. It ensures that your tanks are completely eliminated when you leave when you leave the campsite. Towards the back here, we've got our exhaust for our Suburban water heater. It's an 80,000 BTU continuous water heater. If you've got city water connection in there, you can take up to an hour shower without any degradation of heat of the water. Really, really nice. We've got our smart plug here. So when you plug it into shore power, it's really easy to connect and disconnect. It's got an indicator light on there to tell you that you have good power from the pole. And next to that, we also have an additional solar connection. So you've got 400 watts of solar on the roof of this motorhome, 300 dedicated to the home, 100 dedicated to the motor. This can expand it. If you'd like to add more solar, you can. Here around towards the back, another thing that Airstream does is on their long wheelbase motorhomes, they do not put the sofa all the way to the back. So when you're traveling and you have to carry things like golf clubs, big suitcases, anything large that you want to transfer, you've got a way to do that without having to sacrifice space. The bed, even when the bed lays flat, you can still use that space. It doesn't encroach in that space. We also have a screen to come down. Weather's nice. You can drop that screen down and have the weather flow through your motorhome. And two backup cameras on all the Airstream motorhomes. One is going to be the traditional Mercedes camera that's going to come on when the motorhome is in reverse, that incorporates with the Parktronic sensors. The other is Airstream's driving camera. So that camera is always on. So when you're traveling down the road, you get a nice shot out of the back of the motorhome, similar as to if you had a rear view mirror. Then finally on this side, we've got an additional solar connection. So even more solar expansion if you want to. We've got some 110 plugs as well as an HDMI plug out here. If you want to put a television outside, you can. Power awning, that comes standard on all the Airstream motorhomes. It has a seismic sensor in it, so if you forget to roll it out, wind picks up, it will roll itself in. We also have some nice lights underneath here to give you some nice lights out here on your porch. All right, guys, so let's take a look on the inside. All right, guys, now we're here in the inside of the cab of the motorhome. Like I said before, it's a Mercedes-Benz coach. There is over 50 best-in-class features that Airstream gets on these Mercedes coaches. Just a few of those things are going to be the 9-inch touchscreen with the Mercedes system built in. It has the adaptive cruise control. It's got active lane change assist, active braking assist. You've got two color screens here, one here at the driving area and then this other one here that I pointed out before. Power seats, heated seats. Airstream does take the traditional Mercedes seats. They strip them down. Puts memory foam on these seats and covers them with this really beautifully soft ultra leather. These two seats do swing around, and we'll talk about that in a minute. One of the reasons this is called the lounge is because it's got a lot of extra seating space. So you actually got a second stereo up here. So this is going to be your coach stereo. So if you want to listen to music and you don't want to turn the keys on to the motorhome, that gives you another option for that there. Tons of cup holders. You've got, I think, 9 cup holders up in the front. Lots of nice storage up here in the cab too. You've got a couple of storage areas here. And then you've got one in the center here that has a wireless charging as well as USB and USB-C connections. Really, really nice. All right, guys, we're going to step right through here and look at the actual inside of the motorhome now. This is part of why it's called, or reason it's called the GL, is going to be the lounge area here. You've got 4 seats. These 2 seats can swivel around. You've got a television up here that can come down from the top. There's 2 TVs in this motorhome. And then you've also got a Laguna table system that can sit here in the middle. So if you like to, a lot of people use this for, if they got kids who play in sports tournaments, or if you've got a nice home here and then you've got a cabin in Colorado, for instance. This is a great way to go from point A to point B without having to fight the airport, without having to deal with flying. You drive in comfort with all of your own things. These seats are same material as the front seats. They're in that ultra leather, really super comfortable to sit at. You do have seat belts at all 4 seats, so plenty of accommodations for lots of folks. Airstream cabinets, they are all fabricated by Airstream, all laminated by Airstream, all real plywood, which is nice. You've got this metal extrusion down here, which serves a couple of purposes. One is it looks nice, but 2, it keeps all of your cabinets in line. It also eliminates a lot of the noise that you get when you drive a motorhome. One of the things about that people don't like about motorhomes in general is they can be very noisy. The thing about the Airstream Interstate is very quiet. And one thing they do, and we haven't really talked about it, is air ride suspension is standard on all of the long wheelbase Airstream motorhomes. So the ride is very comfortable from front to back. You don't get a lot of that pendulum effect that you get out of typical Sprinter motorhomes. This is your touchscreen system here. This is going to be where you control all the aspects of the motorhome, the lights, your tank levels, your generator on and off, your shade controls, your air conditioning controls. Everything is going to be from that touch screen. You've also got 2 smaller ones around the motorhome as well. You've got some connections here if you want to carry an Apple television, or if you wanted to put a satellite system or something like that up here, you can. And then these are your other controls for things like your energy management system, your inverter, which is built in, and that solar controller that we talked about before. You also have this little QR code here. You'll see those throughout the motorhome. If you ever forget how to do anything, zap that QR code and you will go directly to Airstream's how-to page. They will give you a lot of information that helps you understand how your motorhome works. All right, like I said, power shades. You got power shades all the way around. As we move back here through the motorhome, we have the kitchen, gas cooktop, 2-burner gas cooktop, sink here, all solid surface Corian countertops, all residential style fixtures, which is really nice. And then you've got your microwave here. It's a drawer microwave, which is fantastic when it's down low like this. It makes it super easy to get things in and out without having to worry about something spilling on you. And then you've got your compressor-based refrigerator. So all Airstreams now have 12-volt compressor-based refrigerators. They cool off super fast. You don't have to worry about them consuming propane. They last a very long time. It's really, really nice. And then you got your bathroom here. So it is a wet style bath. Toilet, shower, all in one. But one thing Airstream does is they use a single piece shower closure. So there is no seams or cracks or anything for the water to get into the outside of that shower right there, which is really, really nice. All right, as we move back here to the back, this is going to be your bed area. It also has 3 more seat belts. This whole area makes into almost a king-size bed. Super comfortable. It's all power. So all you got to do is click a button that lays back, and these 2 come together. So, and you can actually leave this apart too if you wanted to make it more of like a twin bed setup. And then that Laguna table you can actually move back here also. And then one final thing, of course, we got air conditioning. It is a roof-mounted Coleman air conditioner. It is thermostatically controlled, so it will cycle on and off, which is really, really nice. Keeps your motorhome nice and cool because this thing is super well insulated. But like I said, guys, one of the big differences about Airstreams, you got to come drive this thing to feel the difference. If you're comparing it to other motorhomes, the drivability, the quality, the quietness, that's what's going to say on the Airstream Interstate anytime. But if you don't want Interstate, if you want just any other Airstreams, you want an Airstream trailer, you want the Atlas, you want something smaller, anything in between, just come see us at Airstream at DFW.